First day of ARD. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. So, back to my usual routine. Making fun of Palmer. You know, I think I covered a lot in my last episode. I think I covered a lot of base. And you know what? I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what I said. I'm proud of what I've basically said. And I have no emotion. I have no emotion to what I've said. And I hope that everyone has actually shut the fuck up, sat down, and actually listened to a word I've said, because every single word of it is true. But everybody's blind and oblivious to see it. It's actually kind of sad, and yet so hilarious. Because this is a lesson in respect. If I get disrespect, then all of you need a lesson in respect. The way I see it, I think it needs to be known as a fact, as much of it as it would be a chapter in a story, as I've said. And the way I've looked back on the words I've said and the chapters that I've made, I think that in return, for the people that have actually learned something, if someone actually learned something from my videos, I demand a thank you. You're welcome. Now, from this point forward, I want everyone to look back. I want everyone to look back at the words I've said, memorize them, and I don't want anybody to look at it to just feed my ego, because I already have an ego. I already have the biggest ego than all of you combined. And I want all of you to look back at the words I've said and actually have learned something. And I hope you did. Palmerton, I don't fucking like you. And I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens in the near future. I want all of you to look at that last episode and realize pain, suffering, misery, it all comes from stupidity and retardation. Because that's all it is. That's all it is anymore. And I hope you guys know that. From the minute I stepped foot on YouTube and the minute I made chapter 1, I hope all of you realize that I ain't no longer fucking around. You're welcome. I'll be back for another video. Bet. Palmerton, I leave you with another message saying, I hope one day, you will all look back on the things I've said and you will all realize that it's all for nothing. So I look back on the things I've done. I look back at everything and I realize how much has been said and how much has been done. Before the vlog and during the vlog. I have no sympathy for anyone that looks back at the videos, look back at what I said, and I have no remorse to what I've said. I have no sympathy, just a cold heart, knowing full well that there is someone out there that can actually have the balls to stand up to you and actually stand up and rise. No one, and I repeat, no one is able to do what I can do. Nobody can stand up to me or anybody else. I am untouchable at this point. Touchable, but untouchable. I am stoppable, but I am unstoppable. Palmerton, I hope you realize that all the things I've said, all the fights, all the bullying, you're just like everyone else. And I hope you realize that I was a man with a future. But instead, you turned me into this cold-hearted bastard that I've finally woken up from, and I hope that every single one of you can realize that this was not all for nothing. This was not all for nothing. This was to make a mission statement, and I made it known. Now, who knows what will happen? But at least now, as of tomorrow, I have somewhat of a brighter future. But this will never end. Don't forget, I am a resilient motherfucker. I may see a brighter future. I might see a brighter future right now. It may be cut short. It may last for a while. But who knows what could happen? All I know is that it's all for nothing. It's not all for nothing. And I will be persistent, and I will be the one to put you all in misery the way I was. Now that some of my feelings have been wiped clean, I look forward to the future. I look forward to making a name for myself, not just on YouTube, not just the world, not just social media, but to the world. I'm gonna show the world that, Palmerton, you are just a skeptical, nonsensical town that nobody would want to live in, even if someone has stepped foot in this town. No matter what they have said, no matter what the good things are, the good things are unlistenable. Palmerton, learn from my mistakes, learn from what I've witnessed, learn from all that has been said and what has been done, because you know what, Palmerton, it isn't just all the words I've said. It is not just the words I've said. It is not the names that I've just brung up in the last episode. It is nothing. Nothing can compare to what's been said, because I got so much more in my arsenal that could possibly be brung up. This episode shows you that I am not done yet. I am not done with you yet, and I will never be done with you yet, because there are so much more people to be brung up and to be humiliated. Even if it was 6 years ago, 8 years ago, it could be damn near 10 years ago. I don't give a fuck who the hell I bring up and who the hell I gotta bring up to get out of my mind, because I am just a wrecking ball. I am just a wrecking ball waiting to make the building collapse. And I ain't gonna be a wanton man. No, because these people now know that it's not worth it, and you're right. At this point, it may not be worth it, but you know what? It ain't worth it anymore, because they have better things to do. But yet, here I am, silencing the critics. And I'm gonna be here, silencing the critics, till it's all over. As you know, I have made my mission statement. I have marked my words. Now, all that was left was the mission statement. That's all that was left, was the mission statement. So you know what? I got no words to say. I got no one to bring up, but I want this episode to realize what was previously said, and I want them all to know that I am not done yet. I am far from done yet. That's what needs to be said. That's what needs to be brought up. First and second day of ARD in this video. And I ain't nearly close to being done with Palmerton as much as I can chew. Keep barking, because I'll keep barking back. You know, it's kind of funny too. Because even when I posted that video, I realized they can't touch me. You know why? Because I made sure all my doors were closed, so to speak. I made sure that they wouldn't even comment a thing, even if they tried. Personally, if they tried to personally try to comment back, all my doors are closed. All my doors are closed. All the private windows closed. And the only thing that is left are the people that care. People that actually never put me down once. Or ever said a word that wasn't so aggressive like. I wouldn't say aggressive, but at least you get the point across. At least you get the point that the only people that are left in my life actually care. They don't put me down all the time, like I've said. Like I've said in the last video, with them putting me down, and just verbally talking down to me, making me regret every single situation. At least the rest of the people in my life actually care and actually comment something that, you know, is at least worth listening to. Sure, they've had a couple comments over there that actually made sense. At least there's some comments that they made sensible. But at least that, but now that that's all over, because all that's going to be left is put downs and shutdowns. At least now I only have the people I care about. And that's the good thing. The BME, family, friends I consider family, that's all I need. That's all I want. But they never seen it that way, and I hope they actually realize that they fucked up and fucked up bad. That's all I gotta say. Dysfunct out.